In the name of Allah, uh, before starting the program, I would like to request our chief guest of the evening, Professor Muhammad Rizwan Khan, to take his seat on the stage. Professor Muhammad Rizwan Khan. I request our guest of honor, Dr. Naushad Ali, to take his seat on the desk. Now I request our another guest of honor, Dr. Zubair Shadab, to kindly take his seat on the stage. I request Director UGC HRDC AMU, Dr. Faiza Abbasi, to kindly take her seat on the stage. I request our Provost, Sir, Dr. Farooq Ahmad Dar, to kindly take his seat on the stage, and with him our Warden, Dr. Muzamil Mushtaq, to take their seats on the stage. I also request our Senior Hall, Mr. Ehteshamul Islam, to take his seat on the stage. To keep the tradition of Aligarh Muslim University alive, I would request Mr. Mushtaq Ahmad to kindly start the function with recitation of few verses of Holy Quran. Mr. Mushtaq Ahmad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الرحمن علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان الشمس والقمر بحسبان والنجم والشجر يسجدان والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان ألا تطغوا في الميزان وأقيموا الوزن بالقسط ولا تخسروا الميزان والأرض وضعها للأنام فيها فاكهة والنخل ذات الأكمام والحب ذو العصف والريحان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان صدق الله العظيم. Translation. The all-merciful Allah has taught the Quran. He has created man. He has taught him how to express himself. The sun and the moon are bound by a fixed calculation, and the star and the tree both prostrate to Allah. He raised the sky high and has placed the scale, so that you should not be wrongful in weighing. Observe the correct weight with fairness, and do not make weighing deficient. As for the earth, He has placed it for creatures, in which there are fruits and date palms having sheaths, and the grain having chaff and fragrant flowers. So, O mankind, which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Thank you.
Jazakallah, Brother Mushtaq. Honorable dignitaries on the stage, our chief guest, Professor Muhammad Rizwan Khan, guest of honor, Dr. Naushad Ali, guest of honor, Dr. Zubair Shadab, our guest, Director UGC HRDC, Dr. Faiza Abbasi, our pros, Farooq Ahmad Dar, sir, our warden and convener of this workshop, Dr. Muzamil Mushtaq, sir, and our senior hall, Mr. Ehteshamul Islam, and fellow participants, attendants, and other participants who are listening us in online mode, a very warm welcome and good evening to all of you in the valedictory function. I welcome you all to this momentous occasion, the valedictory function of our insightful research methodology workshop. It's with great pride and pleasure and happiness that we gather here today to celebrate the successful completion of this remarkable journey, which has been filled with profound learning experience and intellectual growth. The valedictory function serves as a testament to the dedication and perseverance of each and every participant present here. Your unwavering commitment to the pursuit of knowledge and the pursuit of excellence and thirst of knowledge has been guiding star for this workshop. Now, to continue the function, I would like to call upon Mr. Azhar Khan to present iCard to our chief guest, Professor Muhammad Rizwan Khan. Thank you, Azhar. Now I request Mr. Talha to present iCard to guest of honor, Dr. Naushad Ali. I request Mr. Wasim Khan to present iCard to our guest of honor, Dr. Zubair Shadab. Thank you. I request Ms. Shabia Sharif to present iCard to our Director UGC HRDC AMU, Dr. Faiza Abbasi. Thank you, Shabia. I request Mr. Arham Khan to present iCard to our professor, Dr. Farooq Ahmad Dar. I request Mr. Ibrahim to present iCard to our warden and convener of workshop, Dr. Muzamil Mushtaq. I request Mr. Abu Bakr to present iCard to our senior hall, Mr. Ehteshamul Islam. Thank you. Now I request Mr. Faizan Shabir to present bouquet to our chief guest, Professor Muhammad Rizwan Khan. Thank you, Faizan. Now I request Mr. Furqan Khan to present bouquet to our guest of honor, Dr. Naushad Ali. I request Mr. Nabiyar Khan to present bouquet to guest of honor, Dr. Zubair Shadab. I request Mr. Akhtar Khan to present bouquet to Dr. Faiza Abbasi. I request Mr. Talha Arif to present bouquet to our Provost Sir Dr. Farooq Ahmad Dar. Now I request Mr. Sunil Chaudhary to present bouquet to our Warden and Convener of Workshop, Dr. Muzamil Mushtaq. Thank you. Thank you. I request Mr. Adil Khan to present bouquet to our Organizing Secretary and Senior Hall, Mr. Ehteshamul Islam. Thank you. Now I request our Warden in charge and Convener of Workshop, Dr. Muzamil Mushtaq, to kindly present welcome note. Dr. Muzamil Mushtaq.
Thank you. Chief guest of the occasion, Professor Muhammad Rizwan Khan, guest of honors, Professor Naushad Ali Khan, and Dr. Zubair Shadab, Dr. Faiza Abbasi, Director HRDC, Provost of the Hall, Dr. Farooq Ahmad Dar, Senior Hall of the, SS South, Ehteshamul Islam, and all my dear students and the volunteers who have been instrumental in organizing this 7 days workshop. I, as a convener of the workshop, would like to welcome all of you in this last and the final concluding session of the 7 days workshop. To begin with, I would like to welcome the chief guest of the occasion, Professor Muhammad Rizwan Khan. Sir, we are very thankful, and simultaneously we are welcoming you on this last day and the last session of this 7 days workshop. Then I would like to welcome the chief guest of honor, Professor Naushad Ali. Sir, we welcome you on this valedictory function of 7 days workshop on research methodology. Then I would like to welcome the guest of honor, Dr. Zubair Shadab. Sir, we welcome you in this valedictory session of the 7 days research methodology workshop. And I would also like to welcome the Director HRDC, Dr. Faiza Abbasi, who have been, always there to support many programs in the university, and especially for this particular program, when we went to her office and told ma'am that we are organizing a workshop in collaboration with HRDC, she was so humble and courteous that she agreed and told that, yes, of course, just go ahead and just, organize this workshop because it is for the benefit of research scholars of the university. Ma'am, we thank you and simultaneously welcome you in this valedictory session. And I would also, like to welcome the Provost, Dr. Farooq Ahmad Dar, for this, valedictory session. Sir has always, been organizing many programs in the hall, and this is the sequence of all those programs that one of the program today we are concluding. And I would also like to welcome, Senior Hall, Ehteshamul Islam. He is a very dynamic leader of this hall, and he is, jack of all trades, as I have been naming him many times, that he is, coordinating many events, not only, related to the workshop, but also different activities and different, work that we assign to the Senior Hall of this. Ehtesham, I welcome you in this particular program. And as a convener of this workshop, I would like to say a few words about the research methodology workshop. It has been always, a kind of the training and the, enhancement of the skills that such kind of these workshops are being undertaken at different levels in the university. But my dear students, as I am the research supervisor also, I would like to say that this research methodology is basically as a vehicle so that you are going to introduce and start your journey of research by using an appropriate methodology and the methods to collect the data, to analyze the data, to interpret the data, and finally to write the report of your thesis or any other research venture. So that is why every time you will see different types of these such programs are being organized to enhance your research capabilities, how you are going to collect the data, how you are going to correlate the data, and then the different methodologies of sampling and data analysis techniques, so that at least every one of you is going to produce qualitative research, not only in terms of only the thesis and dissertations, but also the research publications in highly impactful journals, or the journals which are indexed by Scopus and Web of Science. So that is why this kind of workshop was being scheduled and conducted by our hall. And lastly, I would further like to thank the man of this whole event, that is Ehteshamul Islam, and congratulate him for the great success of this particular event. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I request our Provost, Dr. Farooq Ahmad Dar, to kindly present memento to our Chief Guest, Professor Muhammad Rizwan Khan. I request our Provost, sir, to present memento to our guest of honor, Dr. Naushad Ali. I request our Provost, sir, to present memento to our guest of honor, Dr. Zubair Shadab. I request our Provost, sir, to present memento to Director at UGC HRDC, Dr. Faiza Abbasi. We will take a 2-minute break for Azan. Now I request our Chief Guest, Professor Muhammad Rizwan Khan, to present memento to our Provost, Dr. Farooq Ahmad Dar. I request our Chief Guest to kindly present memento to our Warden, Dr. Muzamil Mushtaq. I request our chief guest to kindly present memento to our senior hall, Mr. Ehteshamul Islam. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Faiza Abbasi to kindly present memento to our warden, Dr. Abdul Aziz Khan, sir. I request our warden, sir, Dr. Kaleem Ahmed, to kindly receive his memento from Dr. Faiza Abbasi. Thank you, ma'am. Now, before inviting Dr. Faiza Abbasi to the dais for her speech, I will briefly introduce her. Dr. Faiza Abbasi is an academician, educationist, environmentalist, author, and philanthropist affiliated with Aligarh Muslim University. Currently, she holds the positions of Director, UGC Human Resource Development Center, and Coordinator at the Center of Academic Leadership and Education Management, both at AMU. Additionally, she also serves as Director of English Access Micro Scholarship Program sponsored by US Embassy. Dr. Faiza Abbasi, besides having a PhD in wildlife sciences, is a scholar of Islamic eco-theology, having diversified background in Quranic studies. She is committed to multidisciplinary research for ecological conservation. She has authored, edited, co-edited 12 books in English and Urdu, and has to her credit publications in reputed journals and national dailies. She has also delivered talks at various institutions across India. Dr. Abbasi's dedication to social welfare and community development is evident through her involvement in non-governmental organizations. She is the founder of various charity organizations, including Ibadat Charities and Asra, Aligarh Self-Reliance Alliance for Women, and the Professor Jamshed Siddiqui IT Center for Community Development at Sultan Jahan, Aligarh. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Faiza Abbasi to the stage. Dr. Faiza Abbasi.
Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much for that generous introduction. Chief guest, Professor Muhammad Rizwan Khan Sahab, guests of honor, Professor Naushad Ali PM and Professor Syed Sahab. Provost, this beautiful historic vintage hall, Professor Farooq Ahmad Dar Sahab. I have been in touch with Dr. Muzamil Sahab throughout this organization of this program. And of course, the man of the event, Ehteshamul, other provosts, Abdul Aziz Sahab, Kaleem Sahab. I don't know, shall I call you senior hall committee members or whatever, but then you look like the organizing committee members. So, doing a lot of great work, of course. And my dear participants, I come here as part of the organizers, of course, because we have collaborated to bring this course to you. I come here from the UGC HRD Center with lots of best wishes to you on your success in having completed this one-week course on research methodology in humanities and social sciences. And there are people here on the dais who will enlighten you much better than me in the area of research methodology in humanities and social sciences, because that doesn't happen to be my field. But as far as your commitment, continuous professional development goes, I would like to take this opportunity to tell you a small, inspiring story that will enable you to felicitate your own self for taking this step of coming out of your comfort zones, getting registered in a course that is not part of your curriculum, and learning something new so that you can research and so that you can innovate something new. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are standing here in the Stachy Hall, and one cannot and never stand in the Stachy Hall without coming under the impact of the Aligarh movement, our founder, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, and his legacy. I'm reminded today of some 120 years ago, or maybe even more than that, an event in this very hall when Sir Syed had christened his grandson, Ras Masood, by his name, Ras Masood. And it is a wonderful example in the area of peaceful coexistence and national integration. So Ras Masood was christened in the laps of Raja Jaikishan Das, who was Sir Syed's friend, and he was given the name of Sir Ross, who was Sir Syed's friend again. And as you all know, Ross is not a Muslim name, but Sir Syed, being a Muslim, named his grandson, only grandson, after his good Christian friend. Sir Ras Masood was, as you know, akin to Sir Syed, was a great personality. He went on to become the Vice Chancellor of this university later on. When he was 17 years old, a little younger than you, he was sent by his mother and his guardians. He was sent to England to take admission in Cambridge, and there he needed Latin tuitions. Now for this, when he engaged a tutor, that tutor happened to be E.M. Foster. If some of you are from English, you would know. And if some of you have watched this legendary movie, A Passage to India, and his classic, A Passage to India. And then they became very good friends. And later on, when Sir Ras Masood was working here in the college and in the university, at his invitation, Sir Ras Masood happened to visit Aligarh. And in the morning over breakfast, when they were having a light conversation, E.M. Foster asked Ras Masood that, I see you so well settled here, you are heading an institution, you must be happy. Why do I always find you striving for something? And why aren't you contented with what you have? You know what Ras Masood answered? He said, I have to struggle to do well in an India that is governed by the British, being an Indian myself, because it's not just about surviving. It's about flourishing. It's about flourishing. So the fact that you took this step to come out of your courses or your jobs or whatever you are doing, and you decided to do this course, congratulations to you. And congratulations to the RCA, to the organizing committee here. And it has been my pleasure earlier too to collaborate with you in bringing this course to you, and I'm sure the certificates will mean a lot to you. And I'm committed to be the same in future too. Second thing I want to tell you here is that you have learned research methodology, and because your chief guest here is today from English and you have a guest of honor from Urdu, you are in humanities and you are in social studies, do not ever underestimate the value of good communication skills. Just now the Quranic ayats that were read to you from the Surah Rahman, Ar-Rahman, Allama al-Quran, Khalaqa al-Insan, Allamahul Bayan. When God created man, after teaching the Quran, He taught him to say, speak, to narrate. He gave him the ability of language. And your research results will look much better if you have worked upon your language too. So I must say this to the organizers, that please also concentrate and help your participants concentrate on improving their communication skills, especially science writing and especially research writing, because many of our findings are scientifically very robust, but just because they are not presented as per the prevailing academic standards, global academic standards. Sometimes they never see the day of light. And finally, I want to share with you another insight that I have gained from a book I recently finished reading. It's Jonathan Haidt's The Writer's Mind. This is a very psychoanalytical analysis of how we decide what our morals should be and what our values should be, and how we decide between the good and the bad and the right and the wrong, and what we should do and what we shouldn't do. And in this book, he has given, Jonathan Haidt has given a beautiful example of groups over the individual. Look at my left-hand side and your right-hand side. Dapper black sherwanis, and this group, I think this group is what has made all the difference, because they have decided to look alike, decided to be together, and decided to work for one single goal. And that's what will, in the end of the day, will be the key deciding factor for the success of, if not people, then I must say, again, groups. We don't feel happy. It's actually profane to be doing something only for yourself, not being mindful of anything else, the mundane things of the morning and the evening. You will never feel happy about yourself. You will never feel contented about yourself. You're not acting in groups, and if together your group is not reaching the goal where it should reach, even if you lose, you lose in a group, you feel much better than when you lose as an individual. So, natural selection, I'm a biologist, so I can always say that with authority. Natural selection favors groups that have had more cohesion, ज़्यादा इत्तेहाद और ज़्यादा एका जिन ग्रुप्स में रहता है, वो उन ग्रुप से ज़्यादा कामयाब होते हैं जिनमें कम इत्तेहाद होता है, जिनमें तफरका होता है, जिनमें तो कामयाब लोग अक्सर ये शेर कहा करते हैं, हम तो अकेले ही चले थे जानिबे मंजिल, मगर लोग साथ आते गए कारवां बनते. So here's to many more for this group camaraderie, for this spirit, and for this wonderful work that you have done. Congratulations, Team Ehtesham, and I wish many more such bright young youth from our university, this hall, in the good hands of your wardens and your provost and very distinguished people who are here, guys, and I'm always there for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request our esteemed Provost Sir, Dr. Farooq Ahmad Dar, to kindly come on the dais and share his views with us. Dr. Farooq Ahmad Dar.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Actually, I had to speak before Faiza ma'am, and this anchor has put me in a very awkward situation. Have you heard her? She is so eloquent, so fluent, and it's always a pleasure to listen to you. और उसके बाद सूरज के बाद दिए को लाना थोड़ा सा फायदा नहीं. So, anyways, well, at the outset, I would like to welcome all our honorable guests on the dais, especially Professor Muhammad Rizwan Khan, chief guest of today's occasion, from the Department of English, is also the coordinator of UGC SAP DRS2. It's really a pleasure and honor for us, sir, that you are here with us. Your presence is really an encouragement for all of us. I'm also thankful and also welcome my another guest of honor, Dr. Zubair Shadab Saab, Deputy Director, Urdu Academy. A very learned man, very dynamic, and guest of honor, Dr. Naushad Ali P. from the Department of Library Sciences. Professor Dr. Faiza Abbasi ma'am Director, UGC, HRDC, AMU, without whom this workshop was not possible. The success of this workshop, the credit of this workshop also goes to her. Because of the collaboration she did with us and because of her continuous technical and other support. So I thank you, ma'am, and also welcome you. The warden in charge of this workshop, Dr. Muzamil, Senior Hall and the organizing secretary of this workshop, Mr. Ehteshamul Islam Khan, Secretary Coaching and Guidance, Mr. Matin, today he is not with us. Other members of the organizing team, my wardens, Dr. Abdul Khan and Dr. Kaleem Saab. Dear participants, residents of this hall, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Assalamu alaikum. So having such dynamic people, especially our chief guest on the dais, very difficult for me to say something new. All I am going to say today is congratulations to all the participants for successfully completing this 7-day workshop. And I hope that you must have learned all the nitty-gritties of research methodology during these 7 days. But let me tell you that like learning is a never-ending process. It's a lifelong process. So you have to keep learning. You have to also keep learning this research methodology, its techniques, various ways of communicating research papers. So just try to keep learning and don't think that we have completed one workshop and that is enough for us. No. Whenever you get a chance, you do another workshop because repetition also makes things very clear. As Dr. Faiza ma'am has very rightly said about the language, about the kalam. You know what makes humans differ from the animals? The biggest difference is the language. And as far as language is concerned, we have words for everything. For example, we have 5 senses. We have sense of touch, we have sense of taste, sense of smell, sense of hearing. But you know one very interesting fact, that for the taste, we have many words. But for the smell, sense of smell, we have very few words. There is a reason for this, scientific reason. Those who are from sciences here, there is a limbic system in our brain. And all the senses grow through the limbic system, except for the sense of smell. तो खुशबू के लिए हमारे पास बहुत कम वर्ड्स होते हैं. जैसे आप सोचेंगे खुशबू, आप क्या कहते हैं? आप कहेंगे ये गुलाब की खुशबू है. गुलाब चीज का नाम है, खुशबू का नाम नहीं. तो आप खुशबू का नाम, you name the smell with some objects. Particularly, you don't have words for खुशबू. Similarly, we have very few words for saying thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. शुक्रिया. बहुत कम वर्ड्स. बट जितने भी वर्ड्स हैं, मैं उन वर्ड्स के साथ आप सब लोगों का शुक्रगुजार हूं. आपको शुक्रिया कहता हूं. आई थैंक यू ऑल माय गेस्ट्स, ऑल द पार्टिसिपेंट्स फॉर मेकिंग दिस वर्कशॉप ए सक्सेस. आई एम ऑल्सो थैंकफुल टू ऑल द रिसोर्स पर्सन्स who are very, excellent in their delivery. They taught you very well. They were very, meticulous in providing you all the details. So please convey my thanks, Mr. Ehtesham, to all the resource persons from me personally, that our professor is thankful to them, all of them. They were very wonderful and they have spared a lot of time here. और हॉल भी बहुत गर्म है, उसमें भी उन्होंने आपको बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ाया. And thank you, last but not the least, my warden in charge, Dr. Muzamil. He has been instrumental and very pivotal in organizing this workshop. उनके गाइडेंस से, उनके सपोर्ट से, और ये 2 लोगों का कारनामा है. और सबसे ऊपर जो हैं वो मिस्टर एहतेशामुल इस्लाम खान, सीनियर हॉल, ऑर्गेनाइजिंग सेक्रेटरी. ऑल द हार्ड वर्क जो आपको इसमें दिख रही है, इट्स बिकॉज ऑफ दिस मैन. और इसके साथ द सेक्रेटरी ऑफ द कोचिंग एंड गाइडेंस सेल, मिस्टर मतीन, और इनकी पूरी टीम. ये यकीन मानिए ये रात में भी मुझे फ़ोन करते थे, सर प्रिंटर ख़राब हो गया, तो प्रिंटर अरेंज कराया। इसका मतलब ये रात भर काम करते थे पूरे इस वर्कशॉप के लिए। अ बिग राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज फॉर मिस्टर एहतेशाम, मिस्टर मतीन एंड ऑल द टीम हियर। I am also thankful to my wardens for their support always, Dr. Aziz and Dr. Kaleem and other wardens. And I am also thankful to the staff which was deputed here, Mr. Imran and Mr. Idris, और बाकी लोग जो इसमें उनने बहुत मेहनत की यहाँ पे ये सब अरेंज करने में, तो उनको भी थैंक्स। और फैज़ा अब्बासी का तो सबसे बड़ा थैंक्स, बिग थैंक्स टू हर फॉर कोलैबोरेटिंग विद अस। And once again, I thank Professor Rizwan Saab, Chief Guest, for honoring us, for being here, Dr. Zubair Shadab Saab, Dr. Naushad Saab. So once again, thank you and all the best. Wassalam.
Thank you, sir. Now I request our guest of honor, Dr. Zubair Shadab, to kindly present mementos to our team of volunteers. These volunteers have worked tirelessly to make this event successful. I first of all request Mr. Abu Bakr. Then Mr. Muhammad Athar Khan. Next is Mr. Talha Arif. Mr. Talha Arif. Then we have Saif Khan. Mr. Saif Khan. Then I request Mr. Adnan Khan to come and receive his memento. Then Mr. Mohammad Kashif. Then Shafiqullah Khan. Then I request Mr. Sunil Chaudhary. Then Mr. Faizan Shabir. Then I request Mr. Mushtaq Ahmed Nadaf to kindly receive his memento. Mr. Mushtaq Ahmed. Then I request Mr. Danish Mushtaq. Thank you, sir. Now, before inviting our guest of honor, Dr. Zubair Shadab, on the dais for his speech, I will briefly introduce him. Dr. Shadab Khan is an accomplished associate professor and deputy director at Urdu Academy, Aligarh Muslim University. He has also worked at Central Institute of Indian Languages, Mysore, for 14 years before joining AMU. He has a vast experience of 17 years of teaching and research in Urdu. Dr. Khan's scholarly contributions include publications of 8 books and more than 24 research papers in renowned journals. With a passion for knowledge dissemination, Dr. Khan has organized over 24 workshops, seminars, and conferences on diverse educational taxonomy topics, including teaching methodologies, testing evaluation, and literary studies. His dedication to education extends beyond the classroom as he has developed qualitative Urdu material on various subjects related to teaching, learning, and testing for other universities. Dr. Khan's expertise is showcased through his authorship of 4 credited books: Radio Nashriyat, Tarikh, Asnaf or Peshkash, Urdu Language, Literature and Culture, Zaban Shanasi, and Radio Television, Tarikh, Asnaf and Peshkash. As a committed educator and researcher, Dr. Zubair Shadab Khan continues to make significant contribution to the field of Urdu language and literature. His extensive experience, scholarly publications, and dedication to enhancing educational practices have established him as a reputed figure in his field. Kindly join me in welcoming Dr. Zubair Shadab Khan, sir.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अस्सलाम वालेकुम। नए दीवानों को, सर काइंडली गिव मी परमिशन टू टॉक इन द लैंग्वेज ऑफ सर। नए दीवानों को देखें तो खुशी होती है। हम भी ऐसे ही थे जब आए थे वीराने में। उस्ताद मोहतरम प्रोफेसर मोहम्मद रिजवान खान साहब, ब्रादर प्रोफेसर नौशाद आलम खान साहब, डॉक्टर फ़ाइज़ा अब्बासी साहिबा, बहुत तकल्लुफ़ से भाभी बात माफ़ कीजिए, ले जाए। बहुत ही डायनेमिक शख्सियत के मालिक, हमाजहत फ़रोग़ देने वाले तलबा के उस्ताद डॉक्टर फ़ारूक डार साहब, डॉक्टर मुज़म्मिल मुश्ताक साहब जो इधर हैं, और हमारे बहुत ही जिगर डॉक्टर अब्दुल अज़ीज़ खान साहब वार्डन हैं सैयद हाउस के, और नौ मुंतखब हमारे अमूटा के रुकन डॉक्टर कलीम अहमद साहब, जनाब एहतशामुल इस्लाम साहब, और सर सैयद की शहज़ादियों और उनके शहज़ादों। अब मुझे नहीं लगता कि ये बहुत मुनासिब मौका है कि रिसर्च मेथोडोलॉजी पे इस वक्त बात की जाए या तरीक़ेकार पे बात की जाए। और इसका अंदाज़ा है, चूँकि मैं ख़ुद अलीग हूँ तो मुझे बहुत अच्छी तरह से अंदाज़ा है कि कितनी बातें कब और कैसी अच्छी लगती हैं। तो इस वक्त सिर्फ़ आप लोगों से ये गुजारिश करनी है कि मुमताज़ बनने की कोशिश कीजिए। इस मौजू पे भी आप तहकीक कर रहे हैं या कर रही हैं। योर टॉपिक शुड बी यूनिक एज वेल एज फ्रूटफुल एज वेल एज फ्यूचरिस्टिक। ये ख़ास तौर से मैं इसलिए अर्ज़ कर रहा हूँ कि ह्यूमैनिटीज़ और सोशल साइंसेज में कम, लेकिन ह्यूमैनिटीज़ में हम माजी से बड़ी मोहब्बत करते हैं। हमारा तहकीकी काम हाल और मुस्तकबिल से ज़रा कम ही ताल्लुक़ रखता है, और जब 3 टेंसेस में से सिर्फ़ एक टेंस जो गुज़र चुका है उसी पे हमारी तवज्जो रहेगी, तो जाहिर सी बात है कि हम आने वाले ज़माने और उसके मामलात को नहीं समझ पाएंगे। लिहाजा इस पे आप लोग कोशिश कीजिए कि अच्छी तहकीक करें, दयानत के साथ तहकीक करें। ये बहुत अजीब व गरीब सनद है। अगर ये अच्छा है तो ताउम्र अच्छा है, और अगर ये अच्छा नहीं है तो उम्र भर के लिए आपके लिए अच्छा नहीं है। इससे आप का हयात एसोसिएट हो जाते हैं, मुतल्लिक़ हो जाते हैं। तो तहकीक में तफरीह की तो कोई गुंजाइश ही नहीं होती। बहुत सलीक़े से आप लोग, इसलिए मैं ये अर्ज़ कर रहा हूँ कि इस दरसगाह का जो बानी है, आप लोगों को यकीनन इल्म होगा, मैं तो सिर्फ दोहराए दे रहा हूँ कि इस दरसगाह के बानी ने तहकीक का मेयार मुतय्यन किया था। He was the first modern researcher who fixed the highest level of research through his researches. तारीख़ के ताल्लुक़ से, मज़हब के ताल्लुक़ से, अदब के ताल्लुक़ से, सक़ाफ़त के ताल्लुक़ से, यहाँ तक कि ज़िंदगी के ताल्लुक़ से जो उसकी तहक़ीक़ात थीं, उन तहक़ीक़ात का एप्लीकेशन आप पे हम पे कराया उन्होंने। वो यूं ही नहीं आ गया। ये जो आप देखते हैं कि ट्विंस या ये कंपाउंडिंग जो इस्तेमाल करते हैं सर सैयद बार बार अपनी तहरीरों में, तो क्या कहते हैं? तालीम तरबियत, तालीम तरबियत। तो ये तरबियत क्या चीज़ है और तालीम क्या चीज़ है? तो आपको सिर्फ मालूमात पे तवज्जो मरकूज़ करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, वो कि ये मालूमात का ज़माना है। आप मालूमात को हासिल करके आप बिलियनेयर बन सकते हैं, मस्क बन सकते हैं आप, लेकिन नॉलेज को हासिल करके आप इस दुनिया को हसीन बना सकते हैं, कारामद बना सकते हैं अपने नॉलेज से। तो फोकस ऑन नॉलेज, नॉट ओनली ऑन इंफॉर्मेशन। दौर अब गूगल के दायरे से वसी होता हुआ आप देख रहे हैं कि अब जीपीटी चैट वर्जन 3 का ज़माना आ चुका है। तमाम चीज़ें आपके फिंगर टिप्स पे हैं। व्हाट यू वांट यू कैन रिट्राइव विद इन अ फ्रैक्शन ऑफ सेकेंड विद द हेल्प ऑफ जीपीटी। तो उस ज़माने में जब आपको रहना है तो ह्यूमैनिटीज़ को, लैंग्वेजेस को, सोशल साइंसेस को साथ लेकर के चलना है। किनके साथ लेकर के चलना है? बायोकेमिस्ट्री के साथ लेकर के चलना है आपको, बायोलॉजी के साथ लेकर के चलना है आपको, मेडिकल साइंसेस के साथ लेकर के चलना है आपको, इंजीनियरिंग के साथ लेकर के चलना है आपको। ऐसा ना हो कि किसी सब्जेक्ट को अगर देखना पड़े तो हम मुड़ करके देखें कि माजी में कहीं कहीं अंग्रेज़ी दिखाई दे रही है। अंग्रेज़ी तो खैर नहीं दिखाई देगी क्योंकि वो सिर्फ हमारे हाथ में नहीं है, लेकिन कहीं उर्दू बहुत पीछे, संस्कृत बहुत पीछे नज़र आ रही है, फ़ारसी बहुत पीछे। ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। एक ज़रा गर्दन झुकाई देख ली, ये कैफियत होनी चाहिए। तो इस पे आप लोग फोकस कीजिए। मैंने इतना वक्त बर्बाद किया, मैं आपसे अर्ज़ करूं कि जहां फ़ायज़ा अब्बासी पहले फरमा चुकी हों, वहाँ पे हम जैसों का अर्ज़ करना ये ख़ुद अपने आप में एक इम्तिहान होता है। और इस इम्तिहान में मुझे नहीं मालूम कि मैं कितना कामयाब हुआ, लेकिन यह है कि आप लोगों का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। और एस हॉल के प्रोवोस्ट का ख़ास तौर से, और डॉक्टर फ़ायज़ा अब्बासी का, मैं इनका एसोसिएशन जो है यूजीसी एचआरडीसी का एसोसिएशन एस हॉल साउथ से हमारे तालिब इल्मी के ज़माने से है, और इसमें प्रोग्राम्स हुआ करते थे और एक्टिविटीज़ में हमारे पास पैसे उस वक्त इतने नहीं होते थे, तो प्रोवोस्ट हजरात जो हैं वो रुजू करते थे यूजीसी एचआरडीसी की जानिब। और कल्चरल एक्टिविटीज़ में जो खर्च होता था, ये मोमेंटो आप जो देख रहे हैं, ये शील्ड आप देख रहे हैं, ये गुलदस्ते जो देख रहे हैं, इन सब का इंतज़ाम इंसराम यूजीसी एचआरडीसी अपने ज़िम्मे ले लेता था। आज भी आपने ऐसा किया, आपने रवायत को कायम रखा। हम ज़ाती तौर पे समीम क़ल्ब से आपके शुक्रगुज़ार हैं और उम्मीद है कि आइंदा भी आप इसी तरह से इन नौजवानों के लिए, इन शहज़ादियों के लिए अपनी शफ़क़तें कायम रखेंगे। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया एहतशाम खान का और इस प्रोग्राम के ऑर्गेनाइज़र साहब का कि उन्होंने इस कदर शानदार प्रोग्राम। एक बहुत आखिरी बात और बहुत खुशी वाली बात है, ये देखने को मिला आज कोई डिसबैलेंस नहीं है। दोनों पार्टिसिपेंट्स, अगर जेंडर की भी बात करें तो दोनों बराबर, बल्कि ये ज़रा सा वज़न ज़्यादा है। मुबारक हो आप लोगों को भी। शुक्रिया।
Thank you so much, sir. Now I request our guest of honor, Professor Naushad Ali, to kindly present memento to our warden, Dr. Kaf, sir. I request Professor Naushad Ali to kindly present mementos to our team of volunteers. First, Mr. Abu Bakr, followed by Newton Mondal, Afzal Qureshi, Afzal Qureshi, Muhammad Furqan Khan. Then I request Sakirul Sheikh to collect his memento, followed by Muhammad Talha. Sakirul Sheikh, followed by Muhammad Talha. Then I request Mr. Muhammad Azhar to collect his memento, Muhammad Azhar Khan. Then I request Hamza Siddiqui to collect his memento, Hamza Siddiqui. Then I request Mr. Muhammad Wasim Khan to collect his memento. Then I request Mr. Rauf Ahmad. Mr. Rauf Ahmad. Then I request Mr. Muhammad Ibrahim. Then I request Mr. Muhammad Imran Raza. Then I request Mr. Mushtaq Ahmad Nadaf to receive his memento. Thank you, sir. Now, before inviting our guest of honor, Professor Naushad Ali, to the dais for his speech, I will briefly introduce him. Dr. Naushad Ali is a distinguished professor in the Department of Library and Information Science at Aligarh Muslim University. With a teaching and research experience of over 25 years, Dr. Ali has established himself as an expert in information management, knowledge management, e-publishing, and the application of innovative technologies in libraries. Dr. Ali has authored 6 books and published more than 90 research papers in various national and international journals and conference proceedings. He served as chairman of the Department of Library and Information Sciences at Aligarh Muslim University. Dr. Ali's exceptional mentorship has resulted in the successful completion of 13 PhDs and 2 MPhil degrees under his guidance. He has also supervised over 80 master's dissertations, contributing significantly to the development of future library information science professionals. With an active presence in academic community, Dr. Ali has presented approximately 40 research papers at national and international conferences and seminars. He has been invited to deliver talks at prestigious conferences and workshops, showcasing his expertise in the field. Dr. Ali's research endeavors have been supported by funding from esteemed organizations like DST, Indian Council of Social Science Research, the Indian Council of Cultural Relations, and the University Grants Commission. Dr. Ali's commitment to knowledge organization and dissemination is evident through his development of Subject Information Gateway in Information and Technology and an e-learning portal in Library and Information Sciences. These platforms have been accessed by professionals from over 130 countries across the globe, furthering the reach of his expertise. Dr. Ali is a valued member of various national and international research and academic bodies. We are extremely delighted to have him with us. Kindly join me in welcoming him on the dais. Dr. Naushad Ali.
Respected Chief Guest, Professor Rizwan Ahmad Khan, Guest of Honor, Professor Zubair Shah Saab, Director, Academic Staff College, Dr. Faiza Bazi, Provost, Professor Farooq Ahmadar, and my colleague and the Warden of the SSR South, Dr. Muzamil Mushtaq, and the organizing secretary of today's event, the senior role of this SSR South, Mr. Ehteshamul, and other wardens or other organizing committee members, dear delegates, Assalamu alaikum. Very good evening, all of you. First of all, I would like to congratulate the dear participants, those who are participants last 7 days workshop on research methodology. I feel very enthusiastic and encouraged by standing with all of you here for this well-ready session. Still, you people came almost 2 o'clock, I think so. And now it's already 7 o'clock is over. 6 o'clock, I think, more than the time which you allotted, it is already over. Still, you people are showing the patience and showing the spark in your face to learn new knowledge, new development in their field of your study. So I will generally say the first and foremost quality of a researcher is the patience, sabr. If you are patient enough to read literature, to conduct your research, to collect the data, you will be a successful researcher. And I would like to congratulate the organizer once again for giving another opportunity to all of you. That is the power of collaboration. A researcher cannot do a research standalone. He has to collaborate with many people of similar mentality or those who are doing research in different disciplines or different subjects. So this is an opportunity to meet resource persons from various fields. You can interact with the resource persons. You can interact with the guests. You can interact with yourself. You also coming from different part of your different subjects. And I came to know the more than 180 participants are participated in this workshop. Itself showing the interest which our scholars are doing. And another point which I would like to, because I feel happy that what the researcher, if you are doing a quality research, it is not only improving your standard. If you are doing a good research, it is giving weightage to your organization. And your research will help to the national development. Okay, so all the things which I will feel, such a type of workshop is a very good initiative from the Sir Syed Hall South. Especially I appreciate the provost, dynamic provost, which you took recently charge of this hall. And we conducted this program very conducive manner and participated around 200 participants. I think it's a great success. I think he should get this appreciation for organizing such programs with his team. And one thing you have to remember after completing this workshop, think what is the takeaway from this workshop? आप क्या लेकर जा रहे हो वर्कशॉप के बाद? आपने 7 दिन लंच करके आके बैठ गए हो. 7 दिन के बाद आप क्या लेकर जा रहे हैं? कभी सोचा आप लोगों ने? बस certificate? No value for certificate without knowledge. Okay, if you are showing an interview board with your certificate and asking the questions you are not able to answer, there is no value for your certificate. So what do we have to do this 7 days, whatever the takeaway? This should be what our guest of honor already said. Should do the research your unique topic. Okay. Now the national education policy is emphasizing multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary research. Maybe your supervisors are having some monotone topics for your research, but you should convince them and try to make some sort of new ideas, new variables in your research. And second thing I would like to suggest to you, use technology in your research. Now this is the time for technology. If you're still using the traditional method of your research, you will be far behind with other researchers. As you know, artificial intelligence is playing a very important role nowadays. There are many softwares, many tools are available. There are many research management, reference management tools are available. So you should think or you should learn that technology and you should supplicate your research with this technology. And third point I would like to say my experience, your research should be systematic. It's not like that if you are having JRF or SRF, you feel, okay, I have 5 years with me. Then we are not able to complete our research within time. Then at the final stage, somehow we would maintain our quality. We couldn't maintain the research, but the data which you have to follow in our research, and somehow we will be able to submit. The supervisor can also do anything because your time is going to. So in that cases, you should have the systematic goal. Every year, every month, every week, you have a goal. I will suggest to my young researchers today and make a goal. What is my goal for 2 days or 1 week? Try to fulfill that goal. Okay, then only you can have a quality research. And fourth one I say, if we are making the research in hurried manner, what will happen? We could not follow our research ethics. Sometimes you have to copy from others and you have to produce it. It is a very serious issue. It is a very responsibility of every researcher. Your research work should be ethical, should maintain the integrity. That point you have to take care. If you take in somebody's work, you should acknowledge their work. It is giving a weightage to your research. Later stage, it may create a lot of problems for your professional life. That you have to take care. And finally, I will suggest to you, whatever research work you are doing, publish it. Publish it. Now our researchers are very happy because the UGC chairman said publication is not mandatory for submitting research. Don't be happy. You should publish your research. A research work without publication is no thing. I say it's a use. You should publish in a good journals, recognized journals, ranked journals, so that it will contribute little improving the ranking of our university. Our former IQSC chairman, director is here. He can say, because we all are the first NAC team. He has managed very well. So main weightage you give for the research publications and your citation. So you have to publish your work, and your published work should have the visibility. People should quote your work. That means you should have the quality. So that will help you to develop your national building also, because the research work publication is count for country-wise, university-wise, and department-wise. So it will helping your department should be ranked, your faculty ranking, your university ranking, or your country's ranking. A little bit contribution you are giving is giving a great weightage to our country. So this is what I can say to you, and this would be your takeaway from this talk. And I wish all of you do a dedicated research, sincere research, and you should be do a spare work, and it will help him for the developing our. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Naushad Ali, sir. Now I request our esteemed chief guest, Professor Mohammad Rizwan Khan, to kindly present memento to our organizing in charge, Faizan Shabir. Thank you, sir. I request our chief guest to kindly present mementos to our volunteers team. First, Mr. Yasir Farooq. Yasir Farooq. Then Faisal Gulzar Mir. Muhammad Arham. Aurangzeb Khan. Next is Aurangzeb Khan. Then Muhammad Wasim Malik. Then Rizwan Mir. Okay, that's me. Then Umar Farooq. Umar Farooq, Muhammad Adil Khan, and Muhammad Nabiyar Khan. Okay, there is a memento for me as well, Mr. Rizwan Mir. Thank you. Now, before inviting our chief guest for the speech, I will briefly introduce him. Dr. Muhammad Rizwan Khan is a distinguished professor in the Department of English at Aligarh Muslim University. He has also taught in NTIC Oman and King Khalid University, Saudi Arabia. Professor Khan holds a rich and vast teaching and research experience of more than 3 decades. His areas of interest are linguistic imperialism, curriculum planning and syllabus designing, material production, evaluation of courses and materials, teacher education, literary theory, translation studies, and film studies. Professor Khan holds a rich exposure to international projects in language and literature studies and is recipient of various awards and scholarships, including Indo-Hungarian Exchange Program 2010, Assessor Award for Innovation in Teaching, and Certificate of Unit Credit for a National Vocational Qualification awarded by Royal Society of Arts, London in 1998. In addition, he has delivered lectures, talks, courses, and seminars as a visiting fellow at Department of Arts and Aesthetics at IULM University, Milan, Italy, and at Department of English and American Studies, University of Pannonia, Hungary. He has been consistently engaged in various academic activities as organizer, keynote speaker, discussant, teacher educator, and editor and author in series of national and international seminars, conferences, and workshops. He has also edited and authored a number of books, besides having a vast range of research publications in national and international journals. Professor Khan, over the decades, he has earned credibility as an academic leader by virtue of his experience as Director of Center for Distance Education, Aligarh Muslim University, Coordinator for Accreditation of AMU by NAAC, Manager of AMU Schools, Director IQAC AMU, Manager of Aligarh Magazine, and Chairman Department of English, Aligarh Muslim University. He is currently running 2 GYAN projects and DRS SAF Phase 2 as coordinator. As Chairman Department of English, he came forward to implement innovative strategies like open book examination, which were introduced in the Aligarh Muslim University for the first time. On the campus at AMU, he is also known for his active engagement in the public life on the campus. He has been an elected member of the AMU Court in Lecturers Constituency, Joint Secretary and Secretary of AMU Teachers Association, and nominated member of AC and Court as Chairman, Department of English. Kindly join me in welcoming our chief guest of the evening, Dr. Mohammad Rizwan Khan, sir.
My very dear Provost Sahab, um, uh, just a minute. My very dear friend Farooq Dar Sahab, guest of honor Naushad Ali, Dr. Shadab from Urdu department, Muzamil Saab, other colleagues who are sitting in the front row. I will not take names because it will take time. And I would also mention Ehteshamul Saab for his commendable job as a convener of this workshop, one week-long workshop. At the same time, I would also like to mention the volunteers of the workshop and students and participants. Very good evening. See, the topic of research methodology in humanities and social sciences. What is written in the bracket is to limit the topic. It could have been for sciences, life sciences, engineering, everything, but they limited it. See, there was a time when we thought of the basic purpose of education. We thought of basic purpose education with the name of personality building. There was a time when people thought of giving education to build personality. Then in late 1980s, we shifted to career building, from personality building to career building. We thought of technical education. And if you go to various commissions, such as Kothari commissions and other commissions, you will know that they encouraged technical education at that point of time. Now, we are not concerned only about personality building and career building. Now there is a mantra. Mantra means a long list. Long list in the name of quality education in higher education. And we all are basically stakeholders, teachers, students, alumni, parents. Okay? We all are related to education. And the basic mantra, the mantra today, it is a long list. It starts with research. And when you talk of research methodology is a very small part of research. Research methodology is a very small part of
research. When you say research, it means publication, innovation, patent, consultancy, collaboration, what not. So you have undergone about research methodology, but you need to think of these aspects also. I remember, because my research is with regard to policy and provision in ESL, in India's higher education, there we thought of encouraging students in the name of research at the level of undergraduate level. Undergraduate level, at the level of BA, BSc, BCom, but that did not happen. Then we thought of encouraging research at the level of PG, postgraduate level. And we included so many aspects as a part of curriculum, such as seminar presentation, term paper, PPTs, use of PPTs, presentation, and what not. I mean, there is a long list again. But when we gave the assignment to you, whether you were genuine in your submitting the assignment, by genuine I mean you actually wrote it or you copied it from somewhere. When you copy it from somewhere, then you don't acknowledge it. So what happens that it was not an issue in India in those days, but recently have to undergo plagiarism test. And you should know that plagiarism test, as a part of Gazette notification, it is mandatory. If you have completed your project and if your similarity is, if it is less than 10%, it is okay. But if it is more than 10%, you are punished. You are going to be punished. Believe me. Even after 5 years, 10 years of submitting the project, if somebody says that there is a problem of plagiarism, you will be penalized. If your similarity is more than 70%, your degree will be cancelled. You understand me? So, when you submit your project, when you submit your MPhil dissertation, when you submit your PhD thesis, I'm sure that you are going for plagiarism test, but nevertheless, you should think of such issues with regard to projects also, where we are little bit, loose. So it's mandatory because it is notified as a part of Gazette notification. So what I want to say, recently, if you must be knowing that we have started 4-year degree course, and nobody knows that after doing your 4-year degree course, whether you should do your MA or not, because it shifts from there. You can do your BA and can be shifted to PhD straight away. Understand me? So what does it mean? Is that at the level of undergraduate, you have to qualify with regard to research the various aspects of research at the level of undergraduate. That means what? We need to train you in research. And I'm sure you must be knowing that research project is mandatory. Very mandatory. It's and this reminds me of learning, that learning does not take place inside the classroom. It takes place outside the class, beyond classroom. Why? Because it's a semester system. You have 4 months' time. In 4 months' time, you cannot complete the syllabus. What does it mean? Have to do assignments, submit reports, do projects, all these beyond classroom. So that is very important. And after that, you are shifted to PhD program. So that is, I mean, the situation in education is becoming serious over a period of time. And that is how I started my talk with the mention of personality development to career and to latest mantras, to make you understand that education is not so simple now. That was my contention. Now, one or two points more I would like to mention. I am reminded of a story. Its title was Comet. Comet. No comment? No comment? Okay. So, it's a story written in Bengal. The name of the main character is Dattada. He discovered a comet. He discovered what? A comet. And when he discovered a comet with a very simple telescope, which was not an advanced one, very simple. After discovering the comet, he was invited to US. Know that. Especially those who are from sciences, you shift to US. When he shifted there they asked that how could you discover a comet with the help of a simple telescope? So he said that at night I used to go to my roof and I use my telescope all around in the sky. Sometimes I will look at there, the front, the back, the right, left. No, he's talked about that. But, so what was he, and that is how I discovered a comet. And then he mentions that your telescope, which is so advanced, is stationed in one direction. You are not able to discover comet because it's stationed in one direction only. Whenever you look at the sky, you look in one direction. This is the crux of research. If you have to think of research, you need to, your mind should be like that. You need to explore. So, what I was trying to say that for in order to make yourself, you have to train your mind as a researcher. You need to think out of box. You should have critical ability. Whatever you see, you should think differently. That makes you a good researcher. So, I'm talking to you with a piece of paper here. This I used sometimes, not regularly, for cheating in classroom also. You have to be innovative. You understand me? Should not take the whole pages. You should take help of small bits only. You have to be innovative in all walks of life. I hope you understand my situation, that when I'm talking of research, have to be different from others. And when all of you are thinking same way, what happens? The research, there will be more researchers. Right now, if you try to find out, if you Google it, you will see that in America, most of the inventions are done by Indians, but it's not mentioned. Their names are not mentioned. The names goes to the company. Very serious. So, what I'm trying to say, that the time has come when you don't have to do a course just like that. Rather, you should think of research as a part of life. Trust me, in times to come, you will be recognized as a researcher only. How many publications in Scopus? That's it. It will be very easy for scrutinizers. And today, even if you have good publications, you are going to get the job. Trust me, I'm telling you. I'm talking of Saudi Arabia, Oman, Qatar, all these places. Not so easy now. If you are published in Scopus, fine. Not, get lost. So that is the situation. Your identity, is known as per your publication. In my time, it was not like that. So my publication is not so good if you compare it to my youngsters. Their publications are so good. Nevertheless, I would also like to mention that we are shifting to research. Not only students, I'm not talking of you only, but also teachers need to do lots of research. I hope you don't mind my statement. We need to do lots of research. Teachers also. I know that, see, one more point I would like to mention here, which is final, that in NAC, which is 1,000 points, out of 1,000 points, there are 7 criteria. Out of that, 250 marks goes to research. And whose research? Teachers' research, research scholars' research, and UG, PG students' research. All are collaborated, contributed, and then we calculate marks. I'm sorry to mention here that out of so many all magazines at Aligarh, I think none of them are, they don't have ISSN number. Okay? We have more than 20 journals at the university level. Only 1 or 2, 4 they are in UGC care. 4 out of 20. So we also need to do lots of research and improve our credibility. That is very important. And this I am saying to improve upon the quality of education at Aligarh Muslim. There are lots of things. Finally, one more point I would like to mention. Collaboration. Faiza ma'am talked of collaboration, Naushad Saab also talked of collaboration, and Shadab also talked of collaboration. It is mandatory. If I request Ehtesham to see that how many human resources he engaged for this event, for 1 week event, he himself will be amazed to know that he doesn't have a list. You understand me? Starting from memento to bouquet to volunteers to resource persons, you can think of that. The best thing about collaboration in the field of research is that you start doing research with collaboration. I don't have an ability. Today is the time of MI, multiple intelligence, which are 8. Okay? So right now, all of us who are speaking here, you must have seen that all of us are good at something. All are not same. Same is the situation with you also. So you can start publication in collaboration, like they have collaborated. Coaching and Guidance Cell and UGC HRDC, they have collaborated, and see the situation. 180 participants are there. Amazing. So why this happened? Because they were not, I mean, if somebody alone can do it, it's very difficult. So think of research, think of collaboration in research and in publication along with your supervisor, along with your colleagues, and get it published. When you publish it, send it to Scopus first, then to UGC. If you fail in both the places, then you need to print it anywhere, wherever you want. But start with Scopus. With these words, I would like to thank our Provost, Farooq Dar Saab, and his team. I would especially like to thank Ehtesham. I wish you all the best times to come. I would also like to thank Faiza ma'am for collaboration with this hall. And I'm sure that your collaborations means a lot. It gives a credibility to the campus. So that's very good. Keep it up. And finally, I would like to congratulate all of you for a very successful 1-week workshop on research method. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable comments, which will definitely encourage us to organize more such programs in future. Thank you. Now I request our provost sir, Dr. Farooq Ahmad Dar sir, to kindly present memento to our volunteers, Mr. Muhammad Azhar and Ainul Bari. Azhar. Ainul Bari, next. I request our esteemed provost sir to kindly present mementos to our non-teaching staff of this hall. तो सबसे पहले मैं बुलाना चाहूँगा मोहम्मद इदरीस साहब को. मोहम्मद इदरीस. इनके बाद मैं बुलाना चाहूँगा राम गोपाल जी को. These people have really worked hard to make all the arrangements possible in this hall. इनके बाद में दावत देता हूँ कोमल सिंह को. इनके बाद में दावत देता हूँ असलम अली साहब को. इनके बाद एजाज अली. इनके बाद अनवर अहमद खान. इनके बाद मोहम्मद इमरान खान. इमरान खान का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया सारे प्रिंट आउट्स के लिए. इनके बाद में बुलाना चाहूँगा इफ्तिकार अली साहब को. शुक्रिया बहुत बहुत. Now I request our professor to kindly present memento to our warden, Dr. Muhammad Nadeem Khan, sir. Yes, we. I request our warden, Dr. Atif Afzal, to kindly collect his memento from esteemed professor. Next, I request our warden, sir, Dr. Muhammad Taqi, to kindly receive his memento from our provost, sir. Next, I request our senior hall and organizing secretary of this workshop to kindly present vote of thanks, Mr. Muhammad Ehteshamul Islam. Can we have a big round of applause for him?
Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Rizwan Khan sir, respected guest of honors, Professor Nausad Ali sir, Zubair Shadab Khan sir, Haza ma'am, our beloved and dynamic pros, Dr. Farooq Ahmad Dar sir, Warden in charge, Dr. Muzamil Mushtaq sir, respected wardens, respected participant, organizing team, all residential members of Sir Syed Al South, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and good evening. On behalf of the organizing committee, I stand here to express our heartfelt gratitude. In concluding session of the 7th National Research Methodology Workshop, it has been an enriching and enlightening journey filled with knowledge, discussions, and invaluable insights. First, we sincerely thank our esteemed guest speakers, resource persons, who generously shared their experiences with us. Your presentations, lectures, interactive sessions have provided us with a deeper understanding of various research methodologies and their application in different fields. Your valuable guidance will undoubtedly shape our future research activities. We also express our gratitude to all the participants who actively engage in the workshop. Your enthusiasm, curiosity, active participation have contributed to the success of this event. The exchange of the idea and thought-provoking discussions have created an atmosphere of intellectual stimulation, fostering a collaborative and supportive learning environment. We also thank Dr. Faiza Ma'am, Director, UGC, SRDC, AMU, for her collaboration with our coaching guidance cell. We appreciate her kind and generous support. Our heartfelt thanks to out of the organizing team whose tireless effort and meticulous planning ensures the smooth execution of this workshop. From conceptualizing the program to coordinating logistics, your dedication and hard work have made this event possible. Your commitment to provide us with a platform to enhance our research skills is commendable. We appreciate the management and administration of Syed Al South, especially Prost Dr. Farooq Ahmad sir, Warden Dr. Muzamil Mushtaq sir, all the staff, especially Iftikhar Saab, Imran Saab, Idris Mia, Azaz Saab, Komal ji, Gopal ji, Anwar Mia, Aslam Mia, for their continuous support and encouragement. Their vision and belief in importance in research and capacity building initiative have enabled us to organize such an impactful workshop. Last but not least, this 7-day national workshop on research methodology has been an enlightening and transformative experience for all of us. We leave with a renewed sense of purpose and a deep understanding of the research process. The knowledge gained and the connection made during this workshop will undoubtedly shape our future academic pursuits. Thank you again to everyone involved, and we look forward to future endeavors that will further enrich our research community. Special thanks to all my loving team members, my youngers, especially Faizan Sabir. Thank you all.
Thank you, Ehteshamul Islam. Now we will end the function with University Tarana, followed by National Anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly stand for national anthem.